Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today I'm very excited to have a brand spotlight. Oh, this warms my heart. Today we're going to look at a bunch of amazingly cool products from the brand Trish McEvoy. So excited about it. So happy to have you here. Don't forget that you can also follow me over on Instagram, TikTok, and on Threads. All right, let's talk about Trish McEvoy. I have been a fashion and beauty editor for a few years, for a long time. And one of my very first beauty editor jobs, I used to get a lot of PR from Trish McEvoy, and I was always so excited because, of course, it was a name that I recognized from when I was a lot younger, going to the department stores, right? Because Trish McEvoy was always there. And I remember getting really well acquainted at that job with her makeup planner. So we're going to talk about this. Trish McEvoy, if you don't know, has been in the business for well over 40 years. She is a makeup artist. She and her husband's actually a dermatologist, and they started one of the very first, med spa, the skincare med spas that people go to. They kind of pioneered that. I don't know if you knew that. And she really is an expert in brushes and tools and in simplifying makeup. I want to say minimalist makeup, but it's not even that. It's just simple, pretty, easy to use makeup. And she, as I mentioned, really started this idea of a makeup planner. I'll put a picture up there, kind of with rings and pages that you could go through and just make that use of makeup so much easier, and it just kind of zips around and goes with you anywhere. Imagine if you travel a lot, being able to pack that, or if you're at work, to be able to throw it in a drawer. It's really easy makeup. And of course, Trish McEvoy is, worked on celebrities. I mean, from everyone from Angelina Jolie, classic Hollywood beauties, to Dame Judi Dench. She has been there. And her products are so useful and so beautiful. And I am ashamed to admit that it had been a while since I had revisited Trish McEvoy. So what an exciting thing. And I do note that her site, everything is linked below. I do note that the brand's website is 10% off first orders. So it might be a really fun way to reacquaint yourself with the brand, or if you're new to the brand, to try it, because this is one of those tried and true brands, really with an industry veteran in the best possible way. We're going to go to the demo. I already have the look going here, so you're having a little bit of a preview of my kind of minimal, everyday, put together, super easy look. I'm going to show you all of the products that the brand was kind enough to gift to me. I'm just thrilled to share them with you. Take a moment before we go to the demo. Make sure that you are subscribed. If you have not subscribed, I invite you to, as it is the best compliment that you can give me. All right, let's dive in. I've got 6 beautiful Trish McEvoy products that I cannot wait to share. Let's get started with this Trish McEvoy look. Now, I will tell you that I have done a little bit of a base. I did my brows, put on a little bit of mascara, out of order, but and I did some foundation. But the rest of these we're going to play all with Trish McEvoy products. And I wanted to start with the brand's Instant Eye Lift. This is $46. And don't forget, of course, all first orders are 10% off. So I do have to say that. But this is an under eye treatment that can be used alone, over eye cream, with concealer, under concealer. This is shade 2. There's 3 shades. So this is the one that's kind of in that light medium to medium. So let's see what we think. I'll do it on one eye and we'll take a look, and then we'll do it on both, okay? So I just have some foundation on here, and let's just see if I put this just kind of under eye. Oh, this is nice. You know why it's nice? It's really thin. So I'm going to even put this on. Lately I get some darkness around my eyes. This for me is almost like a color corrector shade, but I like that it could also maybe double, because I'm lazy, as a concealer. So let's see what we think. I do have foundation on. And again, I bet if I weren't on camera, I would probably put this on underneath foundation, maybe foundation over it, and then maybe concealer. Okay, but let's just go in this order, because we're just playing around here. And the shade is not so ridiculously orange on me that this can't be done. So I'm just kind of patting that in. I could use my little ring finger to do it, or a brush, it doesn't really matter. But let's see. So we have one eye done. Obviously one eye not done, although I do have foundation on. What do you think? Is this eye a little bit brighter, a little bit more awake? If so, that's fake. I'm not awake this morning. Yeah, I definitely think so. Let's do the other eye. I'll speed it up so you don't have to sit through it. Okay, that's really nice, and I feel like it's giving me a little bit of color correction without adding. You know, that could be beautiful with any concealer that you want over the top or foundation or, you know, right over eye cream. And it's just so nice and light. Sometimes it's hard when you have a very thick color corrector. If you want to add concealer or foundation, you know, can start to cake up. But that consistency is exceedingly thin. So it's not doing anything but color correcting, which I think is a welcome tool in the arsenal. I like that. That is beautiful. Let's look at this liquid face color next. This is in the shade Luminous, which is kind of like a coral pink. This is a liquid gel, basically blush, but it gives a lit from within. That's why it's called face color. It's not a blush per se, but you know, you can put this onto a brush. You can put it on with your fingers, whatever you want. And it has this beautiful little brush right here. I don't share makeup, so I probably could go on. I won't, but, and then I'm going to turn it to get product. You can see I was playing with it before. And then I am going to put a little bit, well, I can put a little on a brush. There's a few ways to do this, but I think I'll just put a little bit on my finger, to be honest with you. And then I'm just going to kind of tap it onto the cheeks and up, and I'm just gently. I could use a brush to do this. I did bring over a brush. Let's see if we have a scent. Nope, no fragrance. That's nice. Oh, it's nice and cooling. And it really is. So the reason that the brand says lit from within is this is not supposed to be a heavy blush. It is supposed to be gentle and, you know, just kind of minimal, but it really steps up what I've done here. So this just makes it look, I think we can even go a little heavier, but this isn't really a blush. Look, I'll dot it on with the, I'm not using the brush to spread it, but I'll just kind of dot it on with the tip of it there, simply because I don't share my makeup with anyone. My daughters steal my makeup, but that's a totally different thing. Okay, they steal it and run off with it. Okay, so I did not really overemphasize that, but I do hope you can see it gives me just a little bit of, like I said, lit from within. And that term is probably overused, but when it works, it works. All right, let's see what else we got here. This is a fun product, and a lot of people love this. When I talk about Trish McEvoy, and I told my membership group down below, you can get information on that. It's $4.99 a month, and we have these weekly lives. And I was talking about it, and a few people there said that they really like her eyeliner, and it is a very good eyeliner. This is an Intese Gel Eyeliner. There's new shades. There's 7 shades now. It's $32. It's a waterproof. Sharpen it like a regular pencil, which is kind of nice. This is the Espresso shade, and on one side of it we have our beautiful Espresso liner, and on the other side, you'll recognize this if you're a fan of some other luxury brands. We have the little smudger there. So I thought we would use this together. Let me show you the shade here. That's a nice espresso shade, isn't it? Okay, so I am going to do the waterline, and I will also tightline with it. Let's see how that looks when we come right back. I'll speed it up. All right, I really liked tightlining with this pencil, and I'll tell you why. It is not the creamiest. That sounds like an insult. Trust me, it's not. When it's too creamy, it smudges when you don't want it to smudge. It was just nice enough, firm enough to be very precise without any sort of tugging. Let's go ahead and try it. I don't usually put liner onto my lids, but we're doing just a very everyday, simple, minimal look. So I think I'm going to try it a little bit with the smudger right here on my lid. So let me see if I just kind of put it here, and I'm going to do a very messy line, and let's just smudge it a little bit with the smudger. Oh, it smudges beautifully. There's a nice amount of playtime. That's really pretty. Let's do the other eye. Oh wow, that's really pretty. It's very subtle because it's at a nice point. I really like this. It's kind of just making a really just pretty bit of color. on the lid. I really should do it one at a time. I love the smudger. You know, the product it's nice. It is not too budgeable. Sometimes some of those liners out there they can just go everywhere. They're too creamy. But this doesn't tug, and yet it stays in place, but it's easy to work with. But it doesn't just, you know, sometimes it feels like the liner can get away from you, but not this one. So that's a really nice product, and it comes in 7 different shades for $32 each. All right, let's talk about this cream bronzer. So I have this bronzer in a light medium. Now, when you get it in the case, it's $58, but I saw it online. There's a refill for $38. I mean, I don't know what you do with the refill if you didn't have the case, but this is really pretty, no scent at all. As you guys know, if you've watched my channel a lot, I don't contour. I don't really bronze. I just kind of bronzer. What I'm going to do is hit the outside areas of the face and maybe even a little bit onto the cheeks with the bronzer. I'm just going to cover a little brush, just get the tips there. And then what I want to do is just kind of warm. I don't want to do a beard look, but I just kind of want to warm the outer portion of my face. I think that's a really pretty shade. Let me show you the shade. I'm going to really dip my fingers into it, just kind of show you the shade next to that eyeliner. Can you see that there? Let me make it a bit darker. Pretty with the liner, isn't it? And I'm gonna do it again a little bit more. I just want to give some warmth. You can see it there, even across the bridge of the nose, around the face. That is a very pretty cream bronzer. It's not thick, it's not muddy or dark, it's kind of just enough warmth. And of course this compact is beautiful, you know, just really artistic, and also a very nice little mirror you could use for other things too. I think I want to take a little bit of this cream bronzer, and since we're just doing an everyday look, I'm going to take a brush and just kind of stick that into the crease on my eye, just really a light layer, just to give my eyes a little bit of definition. And I'm going to take another brush and go under my eye with it too. Yeah, it's a cream shade, but that's okay. I'm not trying to do any sort of a specific look. I just want to give a little bit more polish to the look. That's a very, very pretty product. Okay, let's take a look at, we have 2 more products that I want to look at. The first is this lip gloss. This is a shade called Innocent. It's a rose shade. This is a $33 lip gloss. It is your typical gloss container, but it's got a really nice thin doe foot, and that's nice because you can use it almost like a liner to line and draw on your lips. So let's try that right now. By turning the liner on its side, the liner part of this brush, I was able to really make a nice defined, and now I'm going to fill it all in. If you are a gloss aficionado, I will tell you that this is a really nice kind of combo of a sticky retro gloss, which definitely has its place in my heart, and kind of a newer feeling lip oil. Really nice, no scent, no taste, which is always better than having any sort of scent, I think. And it's just really, really pretty. Look at that. Now I'm going to even take a little bit more actually of this liquid face color. Let's get a little bit innovative here. I'm putting some of it on my hand, and I want to put a little bit of it on that brush that I put the bronzer on with, and I'm just going to kind of hit the eyelids with it really, just a little bit, really quickly, just to give it a little more polish there. See, for me, this is my ideal everyday look. Doesn't scream makeup, and sometimes it's fun to have your face scream innovative new products. But I really just like this just everyday, very minimal, very simple look. This is very me, just for every day. Right now I'm filming on a Friday. I'm just gonna go run some errands, be around town. I really love it. And we're gonna use a finishing touch here. So Trish McEvoy does perfumes as well. This is called Sexy 9. Yes, there's sexy other numbers, but this is Sexy 9 in the pen spray. And the pen spray is, I believe, $38. This is a blackberry vanilla scent. scent. You know I love gourmand scents. So let's go ahead and just, normally I would kind of spray this in the air and walk through it. But I'll put it on my wrist this time. And I don't know if you know this, but you're not actually supposed to do that old thing we see in the movies. You know when people put perfume on and you do that? It actually kind of breaks up the scent. You're just supposed to kind of let it dry. So let's go ahead and hit my wrist with that. Ooh, so pretty. Yeah, it really smells like blackberry and vanilla. And it's got that little bit, the only kind of floral nature to this Sexy 9 is, and I'm not good at describing perfume. I mean, I'm a fashion and beauty journalist, so bear with me. But the only thing that kind of feels floral about it is almost like if you were smelling blackberries as they grow. You know what I mean? Like the floral aspect, because of the natural portion of it. It's very, very, very pretty and light. Really light, not overwhelming. So I like that. And of course the pen spray is super convenient for your bag, your gym bag, or your bag, or what have you, or sitting on your counter to use. I like to switch up my perfume, so this is kind of just enough for me, and a very, very pretty scent. I have to tell you, I am so appreciative of Trish McEvoy of the brand and the team there for sending this out to me in gifting. It was a delight. I am such a fan of the brand and have been for so long, and it's just so nice to get back into it, try it again. It's not just a retro feel, but it reminds me of this sense of simplified beauty that really Trish McEvoy represents, and just pretty skincare and ease of use, and I really love it, and I thank the brand for reintroducing me to it, and so I could come talk to you about it too. This is where you come in. I would love it if our community could weigh in on your memories of Trish McEvoy, because I bet you have used her products at some point, especially those liners. And I really encourage you guys, just like I did, to revisit it again. Remember, it's 10% off all first orders, and I will have all of it linked below, along with information on how to join that private group that we have, our members group, and super thanks and all that good stuff. I would just love to hear what your memories are and what your thoughts are. This was super fun for me, and this perfume is delicious smelling. Let me know all of that. Don't forget, of course, to like this video, share it, and please do subscribe, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Lots of good stuff coming up on this channel.